Hello, everybody. I am talking about Kemadruma yoga. This is a very important yoga for isolated moon. And if you have it in your chart, then it is something that you have to understand and work with. I'm going to explain all. Hello, this is Komilla Sutton, and I'm continuing with the Vedic astrology tutorials. And this tutorial is about Kemadruma yoga. And Kemadruma yoga is when moon is isolated. So there are two ways of looking at Kemadruma yoga in your chart. And I'm going to add some charts that you can see, and so you can understand both the ways. So the first way is, and this is the rule for Kemadruma yoga, that when moon is alone and it has no planet either side in your natal chart or planets in the Kendras, then Kemadruma happens. So the concept is that the moon is isolated and it is got no support either from the Kendras or from either side of it. And therefore, if you get into moon dasha or moon bhukti, and at the time when the moon is powerful, then what happens is that you can become from very wealthy to lose everything, because the mind is unsettled and unstable. So the mental choices you make will take you from great success to poverty if you are not careful. I think if you are not careful is important, because that is important. And often what you see is that people who have the pure Kemadruma yoga, they're quite directionless. If you tell them, go this way, they'll move that way. If you say, go right, they'll go right. Their mind is going from every direction. And generally, it is advised that you have some good support and good people around you that are helping you and supporting you. And one of the things I've watched with Kemadruma yoga is that it also creates people who want to isolate themselves from their family, from their friends. So their support network becomes naturally depleted. So the second type of Kemadruma yoga that is not as intense as the first one, where there is no planet either side or in Kendra. And I'm putting a couple of charts above for you to see as well. The second type of Kemadruma happens when a moon is isolated without planets either side. So there's no planet in the second house, no planet in the 12th house, and no planet with the moon. Or even though Kendras are occupied. But when Kendras are occupied, then there's support from the moon. That means that the Kemadruma is getting cancelled. So you can develop yourself and you can improve and create support networks for yourself. Now, Rahu Ketu are not taken as support. So say if moon was with Rahu, that would not be taken as a support. So it would still be Kemadruma. If Rahu was in the 12th house or the second house or in the Kendras, Rahu Ketu, this is not a cancellation of Kemadruma yoga, because Rahu Ketu both will aggravate the moon. So what I have noticed is that people who have the cancellation of Kemadruma as well, where there is no planet either side, they also tend to isolate themselves, and they tend to do things on their own, and will feel their family is not supporting them, and therefore what's the need for them, or their friends are not supporting them. So this can be the danger for Kemadruma, that they isolate themselves so much that they become totally on their own. Their thinking is not being supported. They are doing things totally on their own. So that becomes a big problem. And that is what can take them from height to go down. And the other thing is this, that once you become conscious, now I have many clients as well as students who have the Kemadruma yoga. And when I've made them aware of it, they have learned to be conscious of keeping their support, keeping their friendships, so that they don't feel isolated at all. So you look at Kemadruma in the natal chart as a chart that do you have it or you don't have it. And then the timing of Kemadruma will be during the Dasha period. So, of course, the moon Dasha lasts 10 years. So if you get moon Dasha and you have Kemadruma, then that is definitely a challenging time for you, because you can isolate yourself so much. You can be so out of the loop that people are not, you're not connecting with people, and then people are not supporting you at that time. So this is a time to really think seriously before the start of the moon dasha if you have Kemadruma. If you have the second type of Kemadruma where planets are in Kendra, remember planets not Rahu Ketu but the other planets, then it means that you have this tendency to be isolated, but you can bring yourself support, and you can create the support network. So these are the two aspects to watch out for. And the timing for it will be Moon Dasha, but also Moon Bhukti. Moon Bhukti is not so long. So it would be maximum about a year or so, year and a half. That means it's more manageable, the Bhukti, the sub-period of the moon. But Moon Dasha obviously is a long period. And so the positive aspect of Kemadruma can be that you think outside the box. You're a very innovative thinker. You don't follow tradition. So sometimes you see that a person can achieve a lot by having an isolated moon, because they're not getting influenced by other people. But the downside is that they can create mental issues for themselves, isolation, loneliness, those factors are there. And I think as a remedy, it is important that you should try to connect with friends and connect with people and not always be alone. But I have noticed that you need some time alone as well, because too much people, too much socialization, things that usually the moon loves, you will feel stressed out with that. So you need time to meditate, do your yoga, do your meditation, do your spiritual time alone, but too much time alone. So there has to be a middle ground with it. So I always look at Kemadruma as the first thing when clients come to me to see, and then I guide them of how to deal with it. And this is the guidance that I have been giving you as well. So thank you very much. All the best. Check out my website, komilla.com.